Truth be told,
Truth be
Truth be
told.
told. Other
Hey,
than
Hey
Curtis.
everybody,
y'all.
welcome to Truth Be Told.
Bienvenidos todo. Welcome everyone.
Subscribe, y'all. I'm Lady C. We got Trey. We got Doug. We got Cole.
Yo soy Carlton Walker. Bienvenidos, gente. Carlton Walker. And Tousti Natane, Situnela. Hello, family. That's
Y'all know
Cherokee,
what's
the
going
other
on.
one is
Y'all
Spanish.
Kayate.
So I just want to start
Tú
off
sabes
by
tu pinche
asking.
boca, hijote. No, I was playing.
So our first topic, y'all, is gonna be real smooth and cool. But I want to know for everybody out there, this can be relationship or even somebody who looks forward to a relationship or a marriage.
Hey, something going on with your phone though.
You can't hear me. Y'all can't hear me.
It's
You
like
going in and out.
spiking.
Is your Wi-Fi,
But
Lady T, if your Wi-Fi is on while you driving, turn your Wi-Fi off so it'll just use your phone cellular.
right.
Um, and then
Bet.
it won't do that as much.
And if you got an earpod too, use that, a Bluetooth or something.
Hold on. Let me see. No, I don't. Uh,
But till then,
can y'all hear me?
yeah.
Yep, we can hear
You
you.
hear you.
So it's clear now.
It's better now. It's not like
Sound a
cutting.
lot better. We can't see you though.
My Wi-Fi not on.
We can't see you looking at.
What? Huh?
There you go. Pickaboo.
What? Hold on. Let me clean my camera.
What the fuck are you talking about, Carlton, man?
Is that better? Okay. So I just want to know, like, as far as relationship or like I said, marriage or any of that. Are you looking to be loved or in love? Are you looking to be loved or in love? And I ask that simply because a lot of people nowadays, I don't think the difference of that, but there is a difference to me, and I would like for everybody to understand from a different standpoint because we all sort of kind of have different ways of loving. You know, you got some people who have never been loved, so they really don't even know how to show love. You know, um, you got some people who do show love, but they don't know how to receive love. You know, and I just really want to know, like, how do everybody feel out there when it comes to that? And honestly, I'm gonna give my opinion first, and then I'm gonna let y'all tell me what y'all think. Um, I would, when it comes to relationship, I would rather be in love, and simply because I feel like, you know, when you say you love somebody, I mean, love is love. So you can love your kids, your mom, your dad, your family. You can love them just as well as your spouse. But when you're in love, it's a different feeling. You know, it's more like I think we talked about this a little bit before, not actually being in love, but just the meaning of how I would want to be treated or how I would felt if I was in a relationship. Like, so for instance, like I think I said before, like if you was to go inside of a gas station, not saying you have to go in there and get me anything, but
Mm.
if you were getting yourself something and you came out, you actually knew what to bring out. You know, whether it was a drink or whatever I usually go in the gas station to get, and you actually came out with that. I feel like that's a part of being in love. You love that person, but it's deeper than that because it's like, man, it's not about the fact that whether you was thirsty or not. It was just the fact that I was in the store and I thought about you, so I got this. You know, being in love, like, you know, being at home and not just doing not just saying like, hey, we're just sitting watching TV, but we're actually scheduling a date at home, you know, to where the kids may be gone and and it's just us, and we doing us. We watching TV. We scheduling like, hey, you know what? We gonna do that role play tonight. I feel like that's something that when you in love that you would do because you actually take the time out to wanna do these things with this person. Not just going with the flow or just doing it because the last situation you was in and you taking that and like, oh well, I'm gonna just do this because this is what I usually do. No, when you in love with somebody, you figure that person out. You find ways to accommodate. You actually might find yourself changing. You might do some things that you never would have done with somebody else because you in love. You starting to act different, look different, smell different, glow different because you in love. So it comes with a lot when you talk about that. And I don't think a lot of people actually understand the difference. So I'm going to go ahead and ask my girl Tay, what you think?
Ooh, had I knew I was next. I knew you was asking. Okay, so yeah, I
Is that me or is the stream messing up?
What's going on?
what's wrong?
I'm asking, is it
Is
just
it
me or is the stream itself messing up?
No, I think that's your screen. Our
I
screen
don't.
is
It,
clear.
it,
is it
don't,
my
it ain't
phone?
messing up over here. It's
Yeah,
clear.
it's not messing up over here either.
No, not the screen. I mean the stream. Like, did y'all hear did Lady T sound like a robot?
Yeah, I think it's because of the interference from China.
She ain't a robot.
It might be it might have just been my phone altogether. So y'all didn't hear me good.
I heard
I
you though.
heard you. I heard you fine. I think it's because of how far you work from the phone or something. But I can hear you all right.
But I think his phone just went out. So
I
maybe
don't know
My
what Jay
volume
talking about.
is up.
no, I can hear you just fine. I think maybe he's trying to chime back in or whatnot. But yeah, Lady T, I would like to be in love as well. Um, I don't. It's a whole lot that comes with it that I feel is a benefit rather than some people would say that being in love is a trap or too much work or a lot, you know what I'm saying? But no, I'm true to that game. Like I done been through hell and back and I still believe in love. You don't know if it's gonna happen for you per se, but you can still believe in it, whether it's happening for you or not. But
Right.
I'm one person that's like I believe in love. So yeah, I'd rather be in love over being loved is good. If that's what you want. If that's what you want is to feel loved or whatever, that's a whole nother mission. Like,
Right.
but if you want to be in love, yeah, comes with a little work or a whole lot of work, and you just got to be up to it, up for it.
Yes, I agree with that. It's definitely a two-way street with that as well.
Yeah, that's my short version.
I think you just got to be careful when you are. It'd be like you gotta let love find you, right?
Yep,
Like if you go out there and you trying to find it, like anybody that come along, you're gonna be like, okay, you the one I'm gonna allow to love me because I want it from you. You know
yep,
what I mean? And you're sacrificing your other possibilities by trying to force
mhm,
love upon something that might have just been a seasonal situation.
yep,
So I think first you just gotta understand, you gotta know what you want. Okay. Now once you know what you want, you can't let anybody come in with a different program
that's right.
because you can't flip the script later. Like flipping the script is all the way against the rules, and I think I've always said I always wanted to be married. Thinking back on it, people be like, why you ain't never been married? And why woo woo woo? I mean, sometimes just because you want something does not necessarily mean that it's your time and your season to have that.
That's right.
What's old folks would say, what's meant for you is for you, and it will be for you. And just because you might not get it at 20, don't mean you wasn't supposed to get it at 50. The people
Mm.
who got it at 20 might not even still be with that person. They have the understanding to be able to say, yes, I did it before, and yes, I'm an ex, and
Mhm.
yes, this. They might be able to have that story, but you might get it where unfortunately everybody has to pass away, but you might have the happily ever after type of thing where one of y'all do possibly pass by natural causes. And you know what I mean? It's that lifelong love. But to just try to force it when you in the younger days or whenever the fuck you feel like I'm ready for it, like you just gotta let the universe do what the universe do. Cause if you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plans are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, what you say, Doug?
What I say,
Yeah.
it depends on how each other feel about each other. You in
Mm.
love, you in love. That's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that if you love somebody, you show that.
Right.
It's not just a word, it's actions. It's a lot of things you do with that person that could show you, that could tell that person that you love them. You could buy them stuff or different little things that you tell them or whatever. It's a
Should you
lot
get
of different
should you
ways.
get in a relationship before you love somebody or after you love somebody, dude?
You say that again?
Should you get in a relationship before you love somebody or after you love somebody?
You should get in a relationship to see if you want to love that person. I think you love somebody after you're already in the relationship.
So you just pick up a
But you don't
stranger,
know the
get in a
person before.
relationship,
You
and
don't
see
know the
if it
person
works?
in a relationship.
But you can though. You can be friends first and then build a bond and be like, you know what, this is what I want.
Well,
Versus meeting a stranger and say, let's get in a relationship and we'll see what happens. Now you taking your time and their time off the table if y'all shit don't work out because y'all wasn't properly vetted for each other. Uh, now you done both done lost opportunities that could have been beneficial.
mm-hmm.
I think I could be wrong.
Can I jump in?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, there's different levels of love, right? There's agape love for God, then there's philios in between a man and a woman, then there's I don't know the other two. And then I don't know the other two names, the Greek or Hebrew names for them. So you got to understand that first. Then you got to understand, are you trying to get a marriage or you just want something physical? Or is it lust? Then you have to ask yourself, is this long-term or short-term marriage? Because I realize marriages, they don't even last. Like my parents were only married for like 6 years, 5 or 6 years. No, and then they were divorced. And I remember the day when my dad was like, how do you feel? I was like, I felt worse about the divorce than my parents. The parents were probably happy they was doing their thing, but the children suffer. So you got to take that all in effect. That a lot of times your decisions and loving somebody could really affect a lot of people, your family and the family that you make. So even me, over the years, the mistakes, I realized people have told me this is how I am. I try to love them still to hope that that would change. But I realized in that situation, you can't make your love, your good actions, your good way of living change anybody because they who they are. They going to be who they going to be. So you have to find somebody that loves and understands you on the same level. Like, oh, if you want to get married, we both want to get married. Okay. Like, how many months are we going to get married? How long do you think it takes to be married and in love, right? What is love? You gotta ask these silly questions that we feel like silly, but they're really not. They're really serious, life-changing things. Certain people show me love by the things they buy. Me, it's a level that they could express love. I tell them, and maybe my actions don't show. So I'm the opposite. I can tell love real quick. But
Yeah,
true meaning of love is that you're there long term, that you put up with things and you show them that you there, you care, and you try to listen and try to come to a middle ground. But it's a tricky subject.
it is,
It's
but
very
like you just
tricky.
said, like an input on what you just said or whatever, that love don't last, or where I mean marriage don't last. That's why people be getting divorced and be married multiple different times or whatever, because they want to they think that they love somebody, then they want to marry them, and then next thing they know they unhappy, then they get a divorce and they with somebody else that think they love them, they get married to them, they be unhappy, and then they get another a divorce. So yeah, you got to watch it though. I know a lot of people that's been married and divorced and then getting married to somebody else that's been married multiple times.
Look, I met back in the old RTR days, the Real Talk Room. There was this girl who told me. Now she was definitely not nowhere on my radar. When she inboxed me and she was like, "Look, Dre, or Drizzy, or whatever she said, I don't even care if you cheat on me. I just want to be a part of whatever you got going on." And she said, "You can do what you want to do. I
Wow.
just want to be able to say that you mine."
Wow.
And I
Wow.
told her, I said, I couldn't in good conscience
Whoa, that's
do that.
crazy.
Like that.
How can
Like
you be with somebody like that?
we weren't even
I'm
real
like
friends like that either. Like that was the first inbox.
this. I
Hey,
was
is that
I
the equivalent of a
like
man being like, I know you're a hoe, I just want to fuck?
you said what?
What?
To me, that sounds equivalent on the male side of I don't care who you got, I'm just trying to fuck. Just trying to be with you and claim you as mine. That's what it sounds like on the
No, what
male
you just
version.
said was a total different thing. One moment you just
How
said
though? Because you still have that physical connection, regardless.
one moment you just said, I know you a hoe and I just want to fuck. How's that the same? That is
Check
not
Hey,
the
this out.
same.
People claim
leave
hoes
it
too.
up.
That's
Leave
my
it up.
Now,
hoe.
if you go and say, I know you a hoe, but I want to be with you anyway. Now you change the subject.
Leave it up to
But if
Carlton.
you say something about, oh, I want to fuck because you a hoe, like you haven't changed the dynamic of that conversation to make it similar. Similar would be,
It's very
I know
similar.
you. No, it's not, because you can fuck a hoe one time and go about your way.
Exactly.
Nobody just fucks one time if it's some good pussy, Andre. You lying to
No, I'm
yourself.
saying off of what you said, is I just want to fuck. To situate it as what I said that she was saying would be, I want to be with you even though I know you out here like that. Even though I know you're gonna be fucking other niggas. I just want my chance. That's what you're
Whoa.
saying. That would be the similitude.
Hmm. All I know is either way, I realize in those situations you have low self-esteem for yourself, and you shouldn't be so quick to give yourself up.
You should
Even
know
I could appreciate that I came to that low point too. And it's like, no, like you value more. You just stuck on that person when there's other people that will value you. And you just not at that right pivotal moment in your life to find that right you. And there'll be people that come along sometimes and you don't even realize that's what they're trying to do.
right.
And I got part three of that one Seminole lady from the L when we get a chance.
But one thing you gotta understand is
That's
just
later.
because somebody is single and they say that they want a relationship, that don't necessarily mean. And that was one of the things that was also in that conversation and other ones. Well, you said that you was looking for somebody and you wanted somebody good. Well, I'm a good one and I'm a woo woo woo. And I did not argue the point with that. Like, yes, it is possibly true that you are a good one, but that doesn't mean that you are good for me. You
Absolutely.
know, and some people don't want to hear that, and they might take that as like a personal hit. Like even me, like I've been in situations where I've
What's a
seen
good one for
people.
you though? What's a
I've
good
seen
one?
people make certain Facebook posts long time ago, years ago, throughout the years, and I'm like, you posting all this shit, and I've been right here this whole motherfucking time. So the whole issue was they don't. It's not necessarily about a good person. They want the one that is right for them, and that goes back to me saying you got to vet somebody before you get in a relationship with them. Because if you just hop in a relationship with a stranger and then you find out this ain't gonna work, now it's a problem when it's time to break up because y'all didn't do the shit correctly.
What is chemically?
What if your life, remember the last thing we talked about was what if your life, the end of your life is you're trying to do better and maybe this person isn't aligning in what you're trying to do. What do you do then? What's good? Do you cut them off all complete? Say like you guys, one
You said
person
at the end of your
You
life.
never know.
yeah, like you know, say like you got cancer, you got 6 months to live,
not.
but this person really love you, they want to be with you, but you're like, nah, I got 6 months of my life. I got to make the best of it.
So
You know what I'm saying?
so when you at the worst of your 6 months,
It's only two questions.
when you down and on your deathbed, you want to be there by yourself. Is what you're saying.
You're trying to do it real big to the end, so you're gonna do a bucket list.
But
Like
then you're gonna
Queen
die by
Latifah.
yourself. She can be there as your bucket list. I mean, unless your bucket list is like I'm about to be out here fucking everybody.
Hey, that's what I was thinking, like a single man. And you've been good all your life up until it's like I
And
got
then
6
let's
months
say
to
your
live.
whole life you did everything right, and then you get judged by that last 6 months
That last 6 months.
because
Hey,
you
there's
turned your
forgiveness, right?
because ain't no forgiveness because you turned.
There is.
No, it's
That's
not.
all how you believe.
No, it ain't. It ain't because you gotta love those who love you. That's the who did the neighborly thing was the one who was always there for you, and you leave the one who was always there for you to go after the people who left you on the side of the road. Now you are not doing what you're supposed to do.
Well, that's all up. I think they'll take everything in.
Now
in
imagine this. Let me make what you saying to sound right. Let's say you get in a relationship with somebody who you let me put my camera on. You get in a relationship with somebody who you didn't want to be with. You didn't want to be with them. You just a situationship. Like you knew from the jump you didn't want to be with them, but you didn't want to hurt their feelings to be like, hey, I really don't like you like that. And they keep on pressuring you to be in a relationship. And so you sacrifice your happiness to make them happy. Then when that 6 months come along, you like, man, I didn't even want to be here to begin with. Now you got probably a different argument. But if it's somebody who you've been rocking with, you in love with them too, ain't no place in time or history where you're gonna be like, you know what, this last 6 months, I'm trying to fuck everything. Cause that shit ain't even gonna be on your brain. You will probably be trying to see how you can extend your life. You're probably gonna be wanting to get all the love that you can get and do the great things that you possibly should have been doing before your 6 months came along, than to be out here thinking about I'm about to go after my high school crush and see if she say yeah. Like even if she do say yeah, how long is that shit gonna last? If she find out you about to die, she gonna dip. But like I said, when you in the hospital bed them last couple days and ain't nobody around your bed because you was doing your bucket list shit, then you're gonna be feeling real bad. And you're gonna be wishing you would have did more for the person who was there for you for them final 6 months. I'm almost certain of that.
What if you got kids though? That's the variation. If you got kids, them kids gonna be with you regardless.
Not necessarily, because if you're willing to turn your back on that person, what have you done to your kids to make them not want to be there for you in your last time?
Growing up.
It's a new person. It's not an old person. You got your kids already. You've been through that phase.
You got kids for the rest of your life. So it's still about how you treat them. And if you're gonna be selfish in that situation, you might be selfish when it comes to your kids. Like, yeah, I got $400, but I can't give you 20. That's my money.
That's
I done
crazy.
gave it to your mama this whole time.
She done went and got her hair done with it.
I didn't pay that child support. You better take out that child support, boy.
She done went and bought some beer for a boyfriend.
She didn't got man to new. You gotta get. We better get them sneakers.
But I'm just saying, like you gotta be careful with that. You gotta love the ones who love you. I'm not saying you gotta sacrifice your life. You can be open and honest, like, hey, at least before the 6 months come up, that would be way better. But like, if they really love you, they ain't gonna let you just disappear anyway. You can try that 6 month bucket list shit if you want to, but a motherfucker who really love you gonna still be there with you during them 6 months.
Well, maybe you could make her a friend to keep her around, or you know how women friend zoned you. Have you ever friend zoned a
Can you
woman?
turn somebody into a friend instantly and still be cool with them after y'all just been romantic?
No.
Can you turn
Yes.
somebody
Yeah.
into an
Women
instant
do it
friend?
all the time to men, and men who really
Nah,
care
they
stay
didn't
as
want you to
friends.
begin with if they can do it.
That's right.
And you just going along with the shit. Like
That's
I ain't never was like, let's just be friends. Let's break up now. We just cool. And I gotta watch you kicking it with other niggas all on something. Hell nah. Like, we not about to be cool. We're not about to be friends. It's about a year or two, maybe we can speak again and shit like that. But I'm not about to hang along and roll along like we cool like that if my feelings was in it. Now, if I was just banging, then if we was just doing the nasty, then come on, man, that's just something else. Well, we both know it wasn't nothing like emotional. It's a
exactly.
This
different
sound like
story.
Trey Songz. I wish I never met her at all.
That wasn't Trey Songz.
That wasn't.
That was Trey Songz.
Yeah, and I wish I never
You think
met
about
her at
Carl Thomas,
all.
man.
That was Carl
No,
Thomas.
no, I'm thinking about that.
Look
Yeah,
what
the
this
breakup
girl
song.
done did to me. She
Yes,
done cut
yes,
me
that's
off from that good love.
Oh, okay. That was
She
yes.
told me that those days were
We're
through.
gone.
I was like,
that's
oh
back. That's back when all the females was obsessed with Trey Songz ass.
no, you can't do that. You can't break the rules like that. Let me be the one to break the shit off.
That was calling that nigga Young R. Kelly.
He was young R.
He
Kelly.
was from everybody saying that. And then Megan Thee Stallion get out. No, that's the other guy. That's not Trey Songz. That's somebody else. Who was that? The guy Court Lee that got really in trouble, almost
The one
locked
that's
up over
locked
her.
up right now.
Yeah,
The one that shot Megan Thee Stallion.
yeah. That
Allegedly.
man, evidence show he didn't do it.
Yeah, allegedly did it.
Yeah, I don't think he shot her. I think somebody else shot, or the woman shot herself. Somebody
But then
shot
her
her.
friend
wasn't
had
he?
the gun.
That's why I mean, what he just took the fall. The higher ups wanted him gone anyway. But yeah, speaking of that, she's coming back up. Megan Thee Stallion's coming back up now. I realize there's a rising
After twerking on the campaign trail. But like, let's go back to
Well,
the
Kamala.
subjects though.
Kamala did have her out there.
Yep, Kamala put her back on. For twerking for Kamala, you got back on. What the world?
Is it? Who should be responsible for keeping reality of what a relationship is?
Both people.
Like, if there's no intention on marriage, like whose responsibility is it to be like, hey, look,
the woman
to keep eyes on reality?
I think it's both.
The woman has the relationship really, because she really tells you it's over, it's not over, right? Let's keep it real.
No.
Because men are the ones who supposed to propose, and they are the ones who give access to marriage and relationships.
Right.
The woman gives access to sex.
That's true.
So you never had a woman that tried to propose or force you to marry her from?
I've had people try to give me ultimatums, and whenever you give me an ultimatum, I'm not going to go favorably with what you want, because if I wanted to do that, I would have been the one who initiated it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that you never felt like, oh shit, I don't want to lose this good
You
woman.
want me to be a man? Obviously, you didn't think she. Obviously, you didn't think she was a good woman, or you would have wifed her up.
I did. I proposed, but like it felt all wrong. Like I was there. I read the thing, but when I asked her, my heart started to race. Everything, the room started to spin. I said, "What the heck?" Like it didn't feel real. Like it could have been butterflies because I'd never been in that space before, or it could have been my ultimate self back of my mind saying, "What the hell did you then do? You done made an alliance with the devil." I was thinking both signs, Twice I was engaged. Never made it to the marriage. Never made it to the courthouse.
Gotta be the one. If a woman got to tell you, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you, or hey, we should get married. For one, she's becoming the man of the relationship, because it is the man who should be the one doing that. And like I'm saying, if a dude is not doing that, then nigga ain't gonna be waiting no 30 years. I know somebody. He passed away. He never married his wife, his girlfriend. They were together over 30 years, got kids. And I asked him, I said, well, why you ain't gonna marry her? He said, well, we ain't got married this long time. Might as well. I said, you don't want to make her an honest woman? He said, man, he wasn't fucking with what I was saying. But I think you shouldn't have to give anybody an ultimatum. I've had people to tell me, well, I just don't want to, we can just be friends. Like, I don't want to keep having sex with you and we ain't together. And I'm like, cool, we don't have to have sex anymore. We can just be friends and we ain't got to do nothing. And the motherfucker didn't want to go for that because, like, you shouldn't have to give somebody an ultimatum. If they either want to do it or they don't want to do it. And if you got to be like, hey, woo, 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 you can either accept the plot of being a friend or you got to go the other way. But I always told people, like, I'd rather, even if I liked them like that, but if I didn't see them as a girlfriend material, I'm not going to force it. Now, I have been in situations where I let somebody force me into those situations before. And they want to beat up any girl. I'm going to beat her up. So if you got any girlfriends, when I get to Northwest, you better break up with them because I'm going to beat them up when I see them. Oh, rest in peace to Rashida. But sure enough, though, but like I ain't, it can't ultimate on me. Ultimatum is now we really can't do nothing because you don't value my process to leave.
I think that not everything is an ultimatum. If a woman is bringing that up, it could just be that that is something that needs to be talked about, not necessarily, that woman is taking the role of leadership, but maybe bringing up a conversation that you're not going to bring up. And I don't see anything wrong with that. However, um, being an ultimatums are usually very blunt, like either you're going to do this or this is what's going to happen. That's an ultimatum, but bringing up conversation about, hey, I just want you to notice how I feel about us. I don't think that that's giving an ultimatum.
Well, I'm talking about a real, true ultimatum. I ain't talking about just bringing up the conversation. Like, we can talk every day, but I'm saying the ultimatum. Like, we can't have sex no more unless we go together.
Right. Oh, you think that's an ultimatum?
That is an ultimatum. You taking me off the market all the way, and you putting a higher value on your sex versus the other sex that I could be getting out here.
What if she went through a sabbatical or something and she chose to just not have sex anymore until she's in a serious relationship? I don't think that's an ultimatum.
Then if that's the case, if she was serious about a sabbatical, then her sabbatical, if she done waited 2-3 years or more, like Maya said that she did 7, then she should be saving herself until she get married.
That's true.
I'm not gonna believe that when we get in a relationship, shit, this is what I'm gonna do then and this is what I'm gonna do. Like, even then, like, what if I wait this whole time and your shit is doo-doo water?
Exactly.
So I don't fall for that I ain't did it in X, Y, because when you tell me you haven't did it in 3 months because you being celibate or some shit, and I already know, for one, you already got kids or you would already busted open around the town or something. Like, real talk, I think my mission there becomes, well, we're gonna see how long around me you're gonna be on your sabbatical.
Oh wow.
How long you gonna be celibate fucking with me?
Wow.
So you're saying, like, basically when a person get into like talking to somebody, like before they talk to the person, they was not having any sex, but then when they get around you, they start to act like they have sex. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, what I'm saying is I don't believe a lot of people when they say they're on sabbaticals or they celibate or they did this, they ain't doing this, or I got a 90-day rule. I don't believe none of that shit.
Mm.
I don't believe none of that shit because you might just be putting up a front for me.
Right. Right.
When the next nigga could come along and crash on the very first night. I'm not saying that's everybody. I mean, but like I almost tend to gravitate towards people when we already got some type of energy together anyway.
But you know, also people do change people. What if that's how she was in the past? But then, you know, she decided like, you know, the next person that come around, you know, I want to do things differently. I don't want to do it the way that I've been doing it. Cause maybe if I do it differently, you know, this will really become something. Will really be what I'm looking for, you know, in a relationship. It'll actually work out for us, you know, because a lot of people don't understand that people do change, you know. Not saying that it's gonna happen overnight, but just like, you know, and this is both sexes. Women can change as well as men. So I do believe that somebody that used to be a hoe in the past can change, and that may just be me, just not in like judgmental, because I try not to judge, only because, you know, if you're not changing, in my eyes, you're not growing. So we all should be changing. You know, there's nothing wrong with change. It's just a lot of
People
not
I
used.
people
think some people
change.
do change, but a lot of
People
people don't
change.
change.
But most people stay the same.
Yeah, a lot of people
And
don't.
I can bet on is this the one that's gonna make the change?
Ah,
Like,
okay.
you know what I mean? You can't bet on is this the one that's gonna make the change. If it was 100 snakes coming up your driveway, you're gonna look at it like, that one over there looks like it's gonna be a good one. Let me let this one in. No, I'm gonna shut the door on all them motherfuckers.
Right.
That's just like a woman. If you know a dude is out here fucking everything, womanizing, and he be beating up bitches, excuse the
Mm,
French, and you know he do that, and you know everything else, are you gonna give this person a chance because it's a possibility now? Like sometimes women do give that dude a chance, and they find out like, damn, then they put it in their mind like, well, all niggas is the same. But the whole thing is that you don't know which one is gonna change, and
right.
the best bet would be to fuck with somebody who ain't got that kind of a history to begin with.
Right.
Mm, that,
So
that's true. I agree with that.
yeah, like ain't no sense in taking no bets. Like if I'm a bet, I might as well bet on a sure thing. And the
Mm,
bet on a sure thing, like sometimes you might not know somebody's history and they can be wild out. But I'd rather go bank on somebody who I don't know their history than to grab somebody from third ward who I know used to turn it out back in the day and then be like, you know what? She gonna be a wife for me. And I know people who've done that. And
mm,
guess what they do and the wife do? Still
mm,
fucking everybody in third ward Hallville.
mm,
But you thinking she a good woman. And then you get motherfuckers who move their person out of town. We're gonna
mm,
move to Atlanta, we're gonna move to Florida, we're gonna move here. And you thinking to getting them out the environment, whether it's your husband or your wife, you're getting them out the environment and you think that that's gonna change them. The only
It's
thing
mm.
gonna
that's
be
gonna
everybody in
change is
your life.
that the people that you know ain't gonna see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause I know they get down there before they even get down there. They on Tinder. They already building the connections in the city before they moved it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So your best bet would be to find somebody who don't already have that type of a history.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right.
Because the only thing that's going to change them is love. And if they don't know you yet, it's going to take a minute for them to get that feeling to be like, I don't want to hurt them. I'd rather leave them than to hurt them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. True.
And I think that's the realest shit that happens with people. You be wondering why people ghost you sometimes, or sometimes they break up with you and you don't be knowing what's going on. And the whole time is they don't want to hurt you.
Mm-hmm. And so I just want to come to say that because that's just crazy. Because I know it's people that sometimes even come off with those intentions. And let me tell y'all, like, it's funny because two long-term relationships was said to be that. Like, a person was like, shit, I ain't even gonna lie. I just thought it was gonna be like something real quick. You feel me? End up finding love. Couldn't even, still in love. Still fucked up. my because didn't even know how they there, where they there at. Because the whole time they thinking like, shit, I'm about to just, she ain't about to be nothing, or he ain't about to be nothing. You feel me? I'm about to just get what I'm trying to get and skedaddle. And you look up years down the line, like, damn, this is the one I wasn't even really trying to fall in love with. Now I'm deep in love. You know, and I ain't saying that about the what we've been talking about, not the Tatiana and the you know what I'm saying, and the one night stands. No, I'm talking about somebody who, you feel me, they already had caught your attention anyway, but it was just, you really just didn't have intentions on things going where they went, you know. And that comes back to also saying what you were saying, Dre, like, you know, what do people really want to do out here? Like, are you just trying to meet somebody on the first day and just see where it go, or are you trying to get to know this person? Because I am that type of person. I'm sorry, I have to get to know you. Like, I cannot be the type that just straight go in and be like, hey, we go together. Tell them we go. I can't just do that, nigga. I need to know if we really go together. Do we look like we go together? Do we smell like we go together? Do we talk like? Do we walk like we go together? You know what I'm saying? Because like what Drake said, I'm trying to get what's for me. I don't want nobody. I want to be in my lane. I don't want her stuff. I don't want the other girl stuff. I want what's for me. So when the chick said what she said, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I respect her for what she said to you, on the strength of, you know, it takes two things. She does have strength, and that part of her shows that she has strength, but it's where she's using her strength at. You make yourself look like you don't have high self-esteem, or you don't feel good about yourself when you come to a man and be like, you know what, I know you got this. But some men like that. That's I didn't see two different type of men. I didn't see men to be like, damn, you feel me? That was sexy, you know what I'm saying? But then the other nigga like, well, damn, why would you want to even put yourself in a situation with me, and you know what I got going on? So then when you do get your feelings hurt, now I'm looking like the bad person, but you knew what you was getting yourself into. You knew what you signed up for. So I'm not about to, like, I respect homegirl for what she call herself, you know, coming out saying. But with me, if anything, if I felt like I needed me to be relevant to somebody that I was digging, but I knew was dating a lot of other people, I'm gonna show you who I am. If I like you, regardless of how else, I'm gonna show you how my game is, because I ain't even gonna have to push up on you. I'm gonna be me. You feel me? By being me. And you feel me? And that's really what it is. Like, you don't have to, because if he could have 1,000 women, but go home and think about that one every night. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that one is. But I'm just saying, you know, you don't never have to do too much for somebody to notice you, for somebody to want to be like, just like the same thing as people say, you know, and this really stuck with me, you know. But once a person told me that, I had to keep it going, because I'm like, this is real talk. You feel me? It's 24 hours in a day. You got that time. Whatever it is, you want, people make time for who and what they want. So if somebody really care about you, and I've always told God that I mess with, actions speak louder than words. So my first thing is, it's gonna be what you show me, not what you tell me. I need to see that you love me. I need to see that I'm the chosen one, that I'm the one you picking over all them other ones. Because I mean, if not, then what we talking about? You know, but if it's almost like, you know, you pick your poison, you pick what you sign up for. So why even go for someone that you already know got all this going on, and then down the line you get exactly what you were asking for? But
right.
no, it could go two ways. But I just want to know what y'all think about that, because I'm not about to jump into nothing. I want to get to know this person, and I want to see what they really about. What they say, I want you to show me what you rather do, so I know. You know what I'm saying?
What I
Like,
gotta do.
I don't want you to do what I want you to do. I want you to do what you want to do. So I'm not gonna,
the truth.
you know, I'm gonna just see you for who you are, and then that's gonna tell me, like, if I even need to further this.
That's right.
It. You know, then there comes love. You know,
Right.
because you don't know a person, how can you love them? You could be loving somebody else.
Right.
you know.
Lady
The
T, with what you
love in the
said.
facade.
At
Right.
the end of the day, Lady T, like you said, in other words, for me, you're gonna know. It don't take long to know. And when I say no, I'm not saying, oh, I want to marry this person. It don't take long to know if you want to further your friendship, relationship, or situationship, whatever that is. And then you just make a decision. It's okay. There's plenty of times where that person could be good for somebody else, just not for you. And it's nothing wrong with that. If that person's not for you, say it. Just,
Mm-hmm.
just tell them. And then, like, that way, it really saves time. I think that at the end of the day, there is somebody for everybody. Are they going to check all of your boxes? Probably not. But like you said, it'd be that person that you least expected, and out of nowhere, it's like, dang, I didn't even mean for this to happen. Like, like, and you be like, dang, okay, hold on, how am I gonna handle this?
Right.
But once you figure that out, you have a right to figure it out for yourself. How am I going to go from here to here? Am I going to continue? Am I not? Am I ready for this? Am I not? Like, after you realize that you like that person, Andre, to your question, feel like both people carry the responsibility, because I used to feel like the man did only. And,
Mm-hmm.
and where that left me was picking up the pieces of my heart, because I trusted
Yeah.
him to be the leader. And that didn't mean to neglect myself in knowing when something wasn't right, or knowing when it might be time to leave, or knowing when this just ain't going nowhere. If you put all the blame on the man, all the responsibility on the man, and then it falls down and you're picking up pieces of your own, you really got to blame yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, well, hold up. At the end of the day, this is my heart,
Mm-hmm.
and their heart is theirs. And when you start to be in a relationship, you don't get into a relationship and then try to trust them with your heart. You get into a relationship because you do trust them with your heart. And then comes more of the falling in love, and because now you're on a deeper level getting to knowing each other. I truly believe that you don't know each other until you live with each other. You
Mm-hmm.
can do as many dates as you want to. You can go on a 5-day trip if you want to. Until you live with that person and you see the good, bad, ugly, cute, all that stinky, how they do, how they take care of themselves, how they take care of them kids, all of that. Like, that's when you know a person. And so that's why, Andre, I was saying, in all reality, even if a woman or a man says, I would rather not have sex until marriage, whatever, or till we're in a serious relationship or whatever, the reality is you're going to want to test the goods. However, knowing what the goods is before knowing if you want to pursue a relationship with that person is not always good. In some cases, it could be good, but it ain't always good, because then you could be blinded, especially if they got good pussy or good dick. You know what I'm saying? You could be a little blinded a little bit, because now you shouldn't have that before seeing them. And it's not sometimes even intentional that
Mm-hmm.
you are looking at the good pussy or the good dick. You know what I'm saying? It's not intentional, but sometimes it happens. So sometimes it's good, like Lady T said, if you have a history of making bad choices in men and women, making bad choices in who you're going to pursue, or who you're going to say, yes, I'll be in a relationship with you. Fix what's broken. And if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Clearly, if you are 42 and not married, and your motto has been I date for marriage, then you're doing something wrong. Check yourself, find out what's going on, even if that means therapy, Whatever it is, check yourself and then figure out what it is that's broken that needs to be fixed. Sometimes, Andre, that broken could be that I'm giving too much of myself too soon.
Mm.
And that also could be I'm not giving enough of myself. And so they don't get to see me. I'm not opening up to them enough. And then when they leave, I realize, dang, I didn't really open up to them. I'm too closed. I have a wall. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is to each its own. But at the end of the day, be real with yourself. If you can be real with yourself, then you're going to have a good relationship eventually. Whether that's at the age of 20 or 60, be real with yourself. If you know it's not something you can deal with and you see in that person, be real with yourself. Don't wait around for that to be like, oh, one day it's gonna be okay. One day, no. Have y'all talked about it? Did
Right.
she say she's gonna change that?
And,
It-
but and that's what I want to add to that because, like you just said, talked about it. So,
yes,
because I didn't get the answer to the question, and basically, Dre, I would say when you say that, like who's holding the weight or who's, I think it should always be opinionated from the relationship on basically y'all sitting down having a conversation. I always feel like the man should be the one who actually have the last, like, to be like but as a woman I may come and be like, well, hey babe, I just want to know, I was thinking about adding this to our finances for, for a monthly bill. Do you think that's a good idea? This is something that, I've been thinking about doing, but I've been hesitant because I hadn't talked to you about it. So now I would like for us to sit down and, put this in our budget and see if it fits. If not, what can we do? That's the type of thing that I feel
yes,
is always a balance. And
yes,
to come to is balance. Like we as humans and women and men, we need balance. So when you are looking for a relationship or when you feel that you will get one, you should feel balanced. There now, don't get me wrong, we all have disagreements and misunderstandings, but that's when we are grown and we sit down and we talk about it and we figure it out. But I'm the type of woman, lady, however you want to put it, lady T. But I'm the type that I want to feel balanced with my men. So I want him to understand that we in this together. I don't want you to ever feel like you can't come to me, or I don't ever want to feel like I can't come to you, because we supposed to, that's where 50-50 come from. And I think people don't understand because they always say, oh, well, it may be 70-30 or it may be 60-40. It don't matter. As long as it comes to that 100%, it don't matter who's holding what percentage. If
yes,
y'all come to agreement and be like, well, hey, babe, you bringing in most of the money, so I'm gonna need for you to get this 60 and I got 40, or you got this 70, or vice versa. I got this 70. This 6 months, I'm gonna get the 70. You get the 30.
yeah.
I understand everything you said, but I think you went left on the actual topic that was at hand
Yeah,
on
I
who
did.
should be the one to initiate the relationship. Should it be the man? Should it be the woman?
Huh?
Or the marriage? Who should be the one initiating the relationship? Who should be the one
Oh,
Oh,
initiating the engagement?
the, I
oh, yes.
Cause see, what I was kind of piggybacking off what Tay said, but I didn't know that what the question was.
I
Okay,
missed the
Yeah,
question too. I did too.
I
yeah.
absolutely, and only reason why is because
Your phone bleeped out. Your
Shit,
phone
that
bleeped
was a
out.
whole nother topic for a short.
I think it should be the man, and only reason I say that is because how it is in the Bible. When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So I feel like he should, ask for the engagement because, like, he know what completes him as a whole, and that's kind of what I was coming to when I started talking about a whole. Because as us, as that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that balance. So the man, I would say the man. Now, I don't know. It may be other women out there who feel different, but I would want my man to choose me. Not saying I'm not choosing him, but I don't want, like, if there's somebody else out there that he feel fits the, fits the slipper, Cinderella, you know, whoever Cinderella is, I want him to know who Cinderella is. It
Yes,
ain't got to be me, but if
yes, yes.
feel me, but if it is me, let me know it's me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
And
if it's not, it's
I'll
okay.
follow what you need. You know,
So that's what Tay was saying. She was saying that sometimes you have to speak up to them to let them know, uh, like, hey, I need to know what's going on here, and woo 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 woo. Uh, and then I was making the point that I said that if you got to do that, they be like, if you already got to ask, you already have your answer. Unless you got somebody who's just
right?
like loop, you might have somebody like doo 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 doo
Okay, I
doo
see what
doo doo,
right.
and they just living life the way it is. And some people, like I got a friend that his girlfriend was like, we getting married. Okay. Like whole time you cheating, you doing all this left and right, but she do handle a lot of stuff for him. She used I don't know what they got going on now. I ain't gonna get into all of that because we don't really talk like that. But he just went along with it just because she said, hey, and like he didn't have nothing else going on, so he went on along with it. But I just feel like if you gotta ask, you might already have your answer. Or you might be asking too soon. Like if you ask too soon, if we let's say we met 2 weeks ago, or maybe what if I think 2 months ago is too soon for me to decide if I want to be in a relationship with you, and then you pressuring me to like make a decision, or you bringing something up like I'm not even in that space right now. I might be trying to fix something going on with me first. Like I said, yeah, therapy or like self reflection. Like it could be certain things, but I just believe that a guy should be the one to tell a woman like, "Hey, I really like that." Sometimes we don't want to get. I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes we do not like rejection. You know what I mean? So it could be a reason why if a dude wanted to, but he might be feeling like, well, I don't even know if she's feeling me like that. But I do think that if it's a man, and I think men are vocal, uh, they might not share everything with a woman. But I do believe that if he wants her, he gonna let her know. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked you up at the grocery store and said, "Hey, what's your name?"
Mm-hmm.
I
So
wouldn't have said I wouldn't have made that first phone call or the
No,
second one. Uh, I would have said, "Hey, let's go chill." Because of some people, you might get their number and you don't do nothing with it. It's like,
right.
all right, throw that shit in the trash. But to have the first conversation, especially if it go beyond 1 hour, then now we might be in the territory of us possibly being able to be together. But we still got to see how that goes because although you're a person and you know what you want, you know what's going on with you. I'm also a person who is not you, and I'm dealing with my own shit. So I might want a relationship, but I might not want it right now. See what I'm saying? Let me
and
pause my phone because I gotta charge it up. But y'all go ahead. I digress.
that's what that's exactly what should be noted, like up front. Like, so here's my thing with that. Here's my thing. And this is funny, very funny to me. But anyway, here's my thing. If in fact y'all have to have a conversation like that, I don't think it's nothing wrong with the woman asking. And not asking, hey, can we get in a relationship? But hey, where's your head at? Or him, hey, where's your head at? What do you want with this? Do we want the same thing? Nothing wrong with that. Only because I've had a situation with where I've had talked to like therapy or whatever, couples therapy, where how she had to explain that women sometimes expect these men to just know.
Mm-hmm. We talked about yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we expect to date them, show them all this good women we got in us. Cook him a good meal, do whatever he needs us to do, just being ourselves. And his actions is showing us that we're doing great. But then in the long run, what happens is maybe you weren't that great to him.
Mm.
What the therapist asked was, what did you ask? Did you talk about it?
Right.
Did
Yeah.
you? So you just assumed that the good woman you were being to him was what he wanted. So now you done been the good woman for a year and he still ain't. You know what I'm saying? He
Mm.
still ain't progressed y'all's relationship to anything. Okay, did you talk about it? Did you let him know
Right.
where how you felt or what you were looking for? And so that's why I don't always think that the woman bringing it up is taking a lead role or
No.
or pushing that person to make a decision. Sometimes it's just about knowing which direction she's going in, knowing which direction this relationship or whatever it is going in. That's it. That could be it. Now, some women, let's be honest, some women are controlling and they want to know everything, and they like, hey, what's up? I
How
want
you doing?
this.
I show a bitch how to go down the slide.
Exactly that. So that's what I'm saying. Some women are just like that, and them they got a special person for them.
Right.
But look,
Somebody
And you,
might
so
like.
what's a timeline?
I
What is
don't
a
know.
give me a timeline? Like when should you come out to a person? Like 1 year,
when you say
6 months,
come exactly, are
come
you
out like, hey, what we gonna do here?
oh like what we
Like
doing?
like
Like
I wanna
You
holler.
said, what you mean by
I
come
think
out?
in the beginning, I think in the beginning, y'all both should know what y'all are not going for in that person. But are you dating for marriage? Are you dating for relationship only and you don't really care for marriage? What are you dating for? Or are you dating for fun? That's something that should be known.
It
I
could be. Here's the thing though.
I agree.
When you meet people, right? Everybody can't fit in the same bag. You know what I'm saying? There might be somebody who you meet and damn, I thought we was gonna be in a relationship. I thought we was gonna have a sexual relationship, and all we do is kick it and chill on the phone. And she talk to me about her boyfriends and vice versa. Like it takes time to figure out if that person is the one that you want to be with, though. And I
oh
got 2% on my phone, so I'm shitty that I got to get off here. But if my buddy Brian pop up, go ahead and add him in.
okay.
I got to charge up for a minute, but I do think that it's gonna take a second for you to understand, even if you intended on finding the wife, right? That might be your intentions at first. But the question is, does this person fit? Like if you do a job interview, does this person fit in that role for you? Like she could be a wife, but does
Well,
she fit in that role for you?
you,
And then you have to decide, like, okay,
yeah,
now as
take
a dude, as a man, when you do realize that she's not the wife, if that's what she's pushing for, we might have some type of duty to say, look, this ain't gonna work. But regardless if you say it or you don't say it, her feelings are gonna get hurt.
right. I think we're talking
You
about
see
two
what I'm
different
saying?
things because I'm not talking about the person. So I didn't get that question. I'm talking about knowing what you're dating for, not knowing what you're dating that person for.
So
If
courting.
intentions is, if your intentions is, hey, I want to date because I want a friend, you know what I'm saying? That's something that should be known up front. If her intentions is, I want to date because I want a serious relationship. That should be something that's known up front. I'm not saying that in a 2 week, 2 month time frame, you should know if this girl is the one or if this girl is the one for the relationship. No, both people should have an understanding about, are we going for the same thing or are we tripping here? And
So
if y'all and
ask
if not on the same level, if one person is
so
going on fun and
what
the
is
other person is going for marriage, y'all already jacked up.
so Dre, are you when you asking about time frame, are you saying like what is the time? Okay, so basically you saying like once y'all start dating, when is a good time to ask the person to be in a relationship? Or are you saying should that question be coming up at that moment? Like is that like, you see what I'm saying? Like, is that how you trying to put it? Like, should the question come up like within 6 months to a year, or are you saying how
So
long?
so this is what I'm saying. So initially, you gotta find out, right, where y'all at. Like she just like Tasia said, you gotta see where y'all
Right.
at in the beginning. But
Right.
that does not necessarily mean that is our journey or our destination.
Right.
We both have a duty, as she said, we both have a duty to protect our own heart.
Right.
We both have to lay things out. Now, with all that being said, though, the question about the timeline is a guy can run a girl away, a guy can run a woman away if he start talking about relationships and marriage on the first date. That's why they always put that in movies. So art imitates life. A guy runs the woman away as soon as he start talking about that. And I think it could be the same way in reverse, but I think everything should be done in its timely manner, though. Uh, Here's the thing: you can't ask me if I want to be in a relationship with you if I'm not already treating you like my woman. If I'm not already treating you like my woman, then I don't even think we should be having a conversation about relationships, because now if you do say, all right, we go together, you go with me, that don't mean I go with you.
That's right.
So
Check yourself.
I think the timeline thing is just going to be about evaluation. What am I seeing here? Is this person? It's like I was watching the skit where the chick was like, she ain't doing nothing until they get married, and the dude was like, well, let me ask you this: do I take care of you like a husband would? Do I do all of this for you? She said, yeah, you do all of this. He said, well, I'm doing that because I'm already a husband. I'm not gonna become a husband once we get married. And her basic argument was, I ain't doing wife stuff until we get married. But the whole time he's doing everything, like taking care of the household. He's treating her like a queen, treating her like a wife. He's treating her like he's already her husband. So with that being said, that is the timing thing that I'm speaking of. Let's see where the fuck we are even at. If you treat me like a booty call, then I should not expect that I'm anything else than a booty call. Because I've been there before. I had people say no strings, no strings, and then after they get a couple hits, now they want to change the story. But if I don't have that in my mind that that's what I want from you, you're not going to be able to change that narrative, because I didn't want it. Now, am I to blame? I have my own blame in that particular type of a situation, because I should have noticed from the beginning that yes, her feelings might be hurt, but she said no strings at first. But as soon as she say something else other than strings, is it on me now to cut this shit off? Now, if I do cut it off, her feelings gonna be hurt. So it's like you damned if you do, a catch-22. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. But I do think you have to take time to see where you're at. And sometimes people don't know how to verbalize things. Like maybe my buddy who did get married didn't know how to tell her, yeah, I'm ready to settle on down and I ain't gonna cheat no more and I ain't gonna be doing this no more. Maybe he could have been one of those kind of guys. Or he just went along with the flow, like, well, fuck it. You know what I mean? We live together. I can still do whatever I do. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to know where you're at and what season that you're in. You cannot harvest in the wintertime. You might get some cabbage. You might be able to get some things that might be winter harvest savvy, but like you got to plant in the spring. I mean, yeah, early spring, and then you harvest sometime near the summer and the fall. You can't harvest when it's not the right time to harvest. If you do, you're going to get dirt. Nobody likes eating dirt unless you like the mud pies the kids used to make back in the day. But kids make mud pies. Adults wait for the harvest. You know what I mean? So
it's a wait time. And if you go to pick that corn, if you go try to pick that corn off too soon, it ain't gonna taste right. So
it's not even gonna be developed.
It's not even gonna be developed. But here's the thing: if you plant that corn in the wrong soil, it ain't gonna develop. So the point is, check the soil out before you plant it. See if both got to be on the right. My thing is, you both got to be on the same thing. If I try to date somebody that ain't on the same vision, like you ain't even trying to, marriage ain't even something you even think about, then why would I even talk to you? So that's all I'm saying. So I get what you saying, Andre.
It's the experience, though. You can't marry everybody, but
No,
most people are here to teach you something. Like
yeah,
even if it's to teach you to pay attention more about your own particular decision making. I don't say that you definitely shouldn't, as a guy, go up to the truck stop and see somebody walking in the prostitute gear and say, "I'm gonna make you my wife." No, you definitely shouldn't do that. But I do believe that everybody that we encounter, they teach us something, and even if it is a lesson that we know now, you know what I mean. Sometimes we meet people for whatever, but maybe you're supposed to teach somebody a lesson. Maybe you're supposed to be the one to show somebody this is what real love is.
yeah,
You might not ever had it before, you know. So sometimes we be getting our heart broken. Sometimes we be sad, but the student wasn't even us. We wasn't even the student. The student could be other people who was watching y'all go through y'all situation. Like,
true,
damn, I bet you I won't do that.
right,
Or you know what I mean? Because people gonna definitely be talking. But sometimes you go through it and it ain't even necessarily even for you unless you ain't never took this course before. Sometimes we've already taken the courses and we just choose to redo them again. So we go through summer school, and then when the test come back again, did you pass it? Now if you don't pass it, you might not ever get what you're looking for.
true,
But if you pay attention, this is just my philosophy. Because I always feel like the shit be loot, like relationships, even partners, exes try to come back in seasons in like circular form. Like, damn, shit just keeps coming back to back. But the thing is, did you learn from it? If you learn from it, you're gonna move different.
that's right,
If you didn't learn from it, you have to repeat the course.
that's
And
right,
I don't care if it's the same person you used to date. It could be somebody else in a totally different body that thinks the same way. Oh, you
mhm,
like the niggas with the dreads who dress like Future and with the chains, but you expect them to be like a real husband type. Okay, bring them back in. Bring them back in.
right.
Let's see what they're gonna do for you. You know, but sometimes we also miss out on good things because the person just wasn't our type too.
Yeah,
Like, what if the girl who said, "Oh, I would have did anything as long as you woo woo woo," like, what if she could morph into something that's good 10 years later? Like, but am I willing to wait 10 years for a motherfucker to figure out
right.
what it takes? You know what I mean? I don't think you should have to put up with anything with a person, but I do think that when you love somebody, you willing to put up with a little bit more than the next motherfucker. Oh, I would have been gone. And you
Yeah.
would know you don't love that person. I know it could come down to you gotta love yourself more. It could come down to that, but I think you willing to put up with a little bit more when you actually love somebody.
Yep, true.
I agree with that.
Mm.
I definitely agree with that.
So what about this job thing you was talking about?
Yeah, so that's funny you said. I definitely just
Y'all
think
keep saying stuff is funny.
um,
What?
it's really a saying.
It's a saying, yeah.
It's a saying, and I guess it's a saying that females use because I don't really hear guys say that. But you not the first person that said that to me before. Like,
What's
it's
funny?
say funny. He
I
was
say that all the
like,
time. I be like, that's funny.
and that's funny. My phone, cause but now, basically, I just want to just say this: like, it's a lot of us out here. You feel me? We may have these jobs. We may have been in these jobs for over 10 years. Um, you may have benefits. You may not. You know, you may have some that. I just want to know, like, is this something you really want to do? Do you love your job? Do you wake up every morning happy to go to work? or do you press the snooze button a couple times?
Mhm.
Is your clothes already laid out the night before?
Nope.
Like, yes, and I'm ready and I'm going to work. Like, or do you like the day, the dollar? I'm here, you know, good, good morning. Like, what like? You know what I'm saying? Because some of us don't even realize that half of our attitude throughout the day is because of our job. Like, why would you spend all these years doing something because you feel like, oh shit, I gotta make ends meet. I gotta make it make sense. I gotta make sure that. And then what? And then you die, right? So you didn't work out and you didn't spend your whole life, your whole life
Yes.
doing something that you. I'm sorry, I had to turn up on this one because I'm just saying, like, like you didn't spend your whole life doing something that you ain't even happy. You ain't even purpose. And comes to bring me to the point of that's what a purpose is, baby. Something you wake up and do effortlessly and love doing it, and it don't feel like a job. Like, truth be told, because what like and subscribe because we coming up and it is what it is. But let me get back on topic. But I'm just like, a lot of people gotta understand that when you wake up and do something that you love, it brings energy. You're gonna attract what you want. That's the same thing like as a relationship. Like I was saying, you can love different things. You can love your job, but your job don't have to be somebody you working for. Your job can be working for yourself. You feel me? You can wake up every day and work for yourself. You do not have to feel like it's a job because you waking up going to working for somebody else. Guess what you're doing? You're making their dreams come true. When you gonna make yours come true?
Woo! Come on, girl.
When y'all gonna start waking up and realizing that that's what we're here to do? We're not here to feel. We're not, a job should not feel like a plantation, and that's why I'm gonna be honest. I didn't been to so many jobs. I've been working. I was 18. I didn't did so many jobs. I didn't got so much experience, and it's crazy because the stuff, my side hustles, I feel better doing those than I do my night.
Yeah.
And and don't get it wrong, because when I say side hustle, that don't mean I'm out here putting in the wrong type of work. It's a lot of, it's 2024. It's so many ways to get money out here. The year of the pandemic is the year, it was 2020. When you got 2020 vision, what's that? Seeing shit clearly, perfectly, right? Effortlessly. That was the year that a lot of us start going into our purpose, but we lost it when everybody had to go back to work. So whatever you was doing in the pandemic, that them years, that's your purpose. That's the shit. We didn't have no choice but to do it. And I feel like that's a lot of things that we gotta realize moving forward with these relationships and with the relationships that we have with the things that we're doing to make money and to provide for our families. No matter what it do, as long as you waking up, getting to it, I salute you.
I'm glad you said that because in 2020, I was doing some fucking. What you talking about, big dog? So you said that I should stick to that.
No.
Basically.
Definitely the year that everybody,
I'm just playing. But nah, you real though.
But
we sometimes we get in these jobs though, like me.
Bringing out our our gifts and stuff.
Like me, I've been at Amazon 10 years. That's a long time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the bills didn't stop. That goes into like the pandemic and this presidential election. I can count on probably one hand how many jobs I've had my whole life, like from high school on up to an adult. When I got out of high school, I worked 10 years for the House of Representatives of Indiana. Yeah, so no matter who got elected in, right, my job was bipartisan. So it didn't affect me, period. Like if it was the Democrats or it was the Republicans. It didn't matter. When the pandemic came, nothing mattered. Like we ended up with more overtime at Amazon. Like you can work as much as you want to work, you know. And it didn't matter if it was Joe Biden or Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? We got it in. Shit, it got to a point though during the pandemic, you didn't even have to call in. If you didn't want to come to work, don't come to work. You know, but I do think what matters is the happiness factor. And you know, like I don't know about any other job that anybody else has been on for a long time. It starts out fun. Everybody you know is there, y'all all cool, then eventually everybody get fired or quit. Now you the last one there. That's how I feel about it. Like I'm one of the last ones there, and Amazon isn't any fun to me anymore. But them bills didn't stop. I don't care who was there, who wasn't there. The bills never stopped. Child support didn't stop. So the pandemic came along, 2020. A lot of people pivoted from working from somebody to working for themselves. Whether that was some online digital products that we don't pay attention to. That I got 2 digital products out right now. You can find it on Amazon.com. Just Google my name.
Books.
2 books. I want to do a course. It's different things that you can put out. It's just you got to think your way out of it. And like, I like real estate. You know, before I became a real estate agent, I was doing wholesale real estate as a business without a professional license. And that was cool. I mean, the possibilities, no matter what you do, is up to you though. And see, that's where the fun can come in or the dread comes in. Like, okay, this business really relies on my participation. When my family, they was trying to do, I don't even think they asked me to be in this thing called ACN back in the day. But people have presented me with a lot of stuff growing up. But I had already got into something when I was 18 that didn't pan out right. Because people wasn't doing what they were supposed to do. So it kind of like put a foul taste in my mouth for like MLM, multi-level marketing. But I just feel like even if I was to get in it, I know that I have to out hustle everybody. I got to make it fun enough where if we still have the white pages, I'm calling everybody in that motherfucker. I can't call nobody on my phone right now. My phone number, the 717 number, it's going to come up as scam likely. You know why? I've made hundreds and hundreds of phone calls. That shit ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? But some people cussing you out and shit. But that's where the money is at, getting cussed out. It's fun cashing them checks, though. I can tell you that if you go to the bank and you got a $5,000 or more check, oh yeah, it is fun then. But you gotta put in that work. So I think, like for me, I was having a conversation with myself today. Like it don't matter who it becomes the president. They can change laws, but I think most of our business stuff is going to stay the same unless we get outside of our tax bracket. I got to rededicate myself into getting cussed out more because the more no's you get in business, if you're doing the sales business, I ain't got to worry about no's when it comes to like, if I wanted to put that thing that Doug be drinking out of in the description and I use, because I told him already to do it, but if I use my Amazon associate link and we all can go to Amazon.com or Amazon and create an associate link where we can start putting stuff in the bottom of on our Facebook, Instagram, or whatever to sell products and get affiliate commission from Amazon. Like if I sold a camera that was a $2,000 camera and they paid me $200 for each camera, I think I need to be making videos about cameras. You know what I mean? I think I need to find a reason to like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that is how I think that is the biggest way to succeed nowadays because I don't like clocking in. I don't like a motherfucker being there to tell me you got to do this. I got to do what? Like hell, nah, big dog. You got me. I want the only people that can tell me something is the ones who can lock me up or take away my business or something like that. Them the only people I want to hear from. But like boss, I'm the boss. How the boss gonna have a boss? You know what I mean? So I think that I don't love. You can used to like what you do, but sometimes your job, your 9 to 5, can become a prison, and mine's definitely became one. And since 2020, it's time for us to outthink that. Though we are in a new world now. They say this is what I wanted to say. I was thinking about this. They said the world was supposed to end in the year 2000. Everything was going to be reset. But what if it did? So much did change since then. We can talk back in the 2000s. We still had pagers, did we? We are all on a platform right now. We are talking in different parts of the city. And we don't know where the Dingling man came from, but he could have been in Germany. And we could, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different world now.
Yeah.
And most people who are using their brain, are thinking to make the money now. They're not using their muscle. And I don't know if I landed that plane correctly, but I'll stay. No, I don't like working for nobody. That's all of that.
I think, Lady T, you get it with this one because, well, with the whole show, I don't know. I was about to say preacher, because you was like preaching
Really? Oh, I just
on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, I was at a job for 12 years
what?
and I stayed stagnant with that job trying to be loyal. I think I have I've learned to be loyal to my job from my mom because that's just how my mom was about her jobs. And so I thought the stability was more important. And so I stayed at the job, not getting raises, not really appreciated. To me, it wasn't, and it was like, and I was in a predominantly white um office. So you had that 3 to 4 black people, and I was very loyal to my job. However, it wasn't until everything started going up, rent and groceries and everything, and I realized that my paycheck wasn't even going to be close to cutting it. Like I could not even make it work. Like I've been making it work for 12 years. And so I felt forced to make a change. If I don't want to keep struggling paycheck to paycheck, if I don't want to keep feeding my kids rice and hot dogs all the time, then I got to do something about it. And so for the past 3 years, almost 3 years, I have been on a search of where do I fit in and what job do I fit in at. And I ain't found one yet. And then I started thinking to myself, what am I doing wrong? There's something that I'm not doing correct because it shouldn't take this long. And then I realized I'm not in my right place. I'm not doing what I need to do. I should be able to wake up and look forward to the way I make money so that I can have energy for my children, so I can have energy to take care of my home. Now I've gotten into a situation where the job started off being great, like Andre said, but then it very quickly switched to me working harder than I've ever worked in my life for less money. And I'm like, wait, I left that company because it wasn't enough. Come to another company making a little bit more and it's still not enough. And I'm working harder than I've ever worked in my entire life. Hard on my body, hard on the stress part, I've never worked such a hard job where it's hard on me. And I realized it's not for me. Honey, I don't care. Fat, skinny, ill built, whatever. I don't want to work this kind of a hard job. It's not for me.
Mm-mm.
Honey, I can lose some weight. I don't have to beat my body up at my job for these pennies in order for me to lose. Like I just look at it like that because the responses I get is like, well, it's good, you're active. And I was like, yeah, that's how I looked at it at first until I realized this arthritis in my knees is swelling up. This pain in my back is getting abnormal. You know what I'm saying? Now it ain't just from me moving around, it's because I'm picking up stuff that weighs so much and I'm hustling. And I said, I'm not in the right place. I'm not in the right place. What do I want to do? I want to go to real estate and I would love to go back to planning events. I am a great coordinator. I'm not a great like I'm not the kind of person that you could call and say, I need you to decor my event. You know what I'm saying? I'm the person you call and say, I need you to plan my event. I need you to coordinate my event. And I'm gonna lay that thing out. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mhm.
gonna coordinate, plan, and get that thing together. I want to get back to that because that's me. And that's me waking up to doing what I truly enjoy doing.
You should do that.
Going for it. I told myself there was a few things I'm going to do for me because when these kids get older and move on and have their own lives, I can't have no excuse anymore that I did everything that I've done just for them and I've done nothing for myself. Because when they gone, grown, and doing what they want to do, I'm gonna be sitting here like, oh man, what did I do for myself? I done did all this for these kids. Change the schedule, work a little harder, make two jobs to buy them Nikes. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait, this is where this comes in, and I say, what am I going to do for me? And I am going to go into real estate. I'm going to do it. That's where my heart is. And I am going to go back into event planning because that's where my heart is. So you
And
just,
one thing I say to just tell you, say like I know how it is like when you probably feeling like you want to go ahead and transition, but I will tell everybody this: why you're don't well, everybody know you gotta before you let one go, you gotta let another one. But
oh
like
yeah.
what I do for myself is I kind of put my hands in different pots. You feel me? I kind of might, if I, okay, say for instance, like your situation, like right now, you could be looking for something else. Gradually pick up hours or whatever. Then you put your 2 weeks notice there. You stay there. Then you can pick up and start doing classes for the real estate. You feel me? While you still working at another job, you're kind of putting everything in your agenda so
Yeah.
that can eventually be how you want to be. But that was something else I did write down for notes is like what we gotta start doing for ourselves is telling ourselves, like, even if you gotta just wake up and tell yourself this on a day, oh man, I don't like my job. What you gonna do about it?
There you go.
I I need to I need to get better at this. What you gonna do about it?
Yep.
I need my kids need this. What you gonna do about it? Start asking yourself that, because then when you ask yourself that, that's gonna push you to want to be like, I gotta do this. This is what I gotta do about it. Because if I don't do it, who gonna do it?
Don't do it.
Who if I don't get this done, who's gonna? So am I gonna sit around and keep talking about what I need to do, or I'm just gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, I gotta do this?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
and I'm gonna keep it real. That's I'm still in the midst of like changing a lot of things around in my life to fit how I want it to fit. I've always been the type of person that I always made my schedule fit other people, but right now in this season, it's everything is pertaining to me and my children and what we need and how we need it. I'm being a little selfish in this season, as some people may say. I'm starting to tell people no that I never told no before. I'm starting to say I don't got it, even if I really do have it. You
Yes.
and it's crazy that we gotta do that, But this ain't for everybody. But these are for them ones that who know who getting chills right now because they understand what I'm talking about. Because they are that person that goes through that, where it's not even that you don't put yourself in a situation to win or whatever, because you're gonna always do that. But it's like, are you doing it enough? Are you doing it as much as you doing for that person that's calling and asking to borrow this, or calling, can you do this, or whatever the case may be? It's like, now we gotta start, and this goes in with all of that, far as even jobs. Like, we gotta start knowing that when you go into doing something that make you happy, you are putting yourself first. Why are you putting these owners before you and your family? If you know this don't work with your schedule, if you know this don't work with your body, if you know this don't work with your mental,
do something about it.
Don't work with whatever it is, you need to do what's best for you. Like, and you will find happiness. You will start to, and a lot of more things will start to line up as well. Because when energy attracts the things that it is supposed to, it works. It happen. It manifests. It grow. So as long as you're stuck in somewhere working a job that you are not happy and that you not want to be, you will never get where you want to be, because that's not where you want to be. Like, and
exactly. You gotta watch it. These jobs put stress on you, and that stress, it could make your health deteriorate. So you gotta watch it.
That's why it's best to do that. It's best to make yourself happy so that you will heal and continue to be healthy. Because we all should want to be that way. You shouldn't want to put yourself in a situation to have to think twice about that. That comes first, because you got to be here to even make the money, to even go to the job. You got to take care of you. You got to take care of yourself to be able to do that stuff. So in order to take care of that, because health is wealth. And it's health. So if they go together, I really think that, though. Like, but I'm happy to hear that you have, decided, that you're ready, because there's still people out there who not ready. You know what I'm saying? And they're stuck because they're mentally used to doing, like somebody earlier said something about a robot. That's literally how some people out here are functioning, like robots. Like, every day they wake up and do the same thing at the same time, and it just keeps going on and on and on.
On and on and
on. Oh, that was me. Oh, but that's okay.
You out of that situation.
Yep, I'm out of, and not even just out of that situation. I'm out of a lot of situations that just had its foot on me. I literally had to speak life into my own life, and I had to give myself a reminder. And sometimes you have to do that and make the moves that you need to make. Like you said, gradually get there. Don't just, throw yourself out there to the wolves, but gradually get there. Sign up for the classes. Find out what it is you need to do, and still have to work that job because you still need the income coming in. But as you prepare your life to transition.
All right, we got somebody, EB.
What they
EPB 1983 coming on. It's that authentic YouTube, but we need to see that you're a real person, man. You gotta put your camera on, bro.
Yeah, make sure he ain't dingling in.
Yeah.
All right, cool, because we can't do any more dingling kings.
Oh, yeah, okay. I seen him. You gonna let him in? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in. What's up, man?
Can't hear you.
Your mic is muted.
Say your mic.
So I enable my camera and I mute my mic.
There you go.
Cheers to everyone. I'm going to keep the camera off, but at the same time, I'm joining in the conversation if I'm welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Cheers. I'm like her. I'm always late over here. I got clothes on, don't worry, but I ain't got no shirt on, so I'm going to turn.
Where you at? Where
Norway.
You at?
Norwegian.
Norway.
Norway. Okay.
We around the world with it.
Viking allure. Cheers to everyone. It's okay if I'm joining the chat even though the camera's off. Like I swear, I got clothes on and everything. It's not like that. It's hella late. I'm in a blanket. I'd rather have the camera off and be talking.
Okay.
So what you want to say, man? What you want to bring to the table?
I don't know yet. I just joined.
Okay.
I gotta wait until I got an opinion, and then I'll tell you. Cheers,
All right,
though.
so in Norway, so the conversation we were just having is about like working jobs and shit that you don't like. So I guess
Everybody got to do that. It's
you
life.
gotta put it in. What is
Yeah, like you remember being young and shit. You worked at I worked at all kind of crap. First off, I'm an educated hairdresser. So
okay?
I did weddings and shit like that, and also I did 3D and animation. Studied that for 3 years. I studied bartending in Greece for like I'm an old fart. I just turned 40 like not long ago.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was gonna say days, but that's a lie. It's like months. But anyway, cheers though, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Take one to the head for me.
Yeah, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me, bruh. I'm
So
gonna
you
turn off the camera because I ain't got the shirt on, so it feels awkward.
Okay.
now you good. So what do you do now though?
Now I'm just lazy. I'm renting out apartments and houses.
Oh, okay.
That
So
sounds
you
bad.
got a businessman now.
Yeah.
No, it's a family thing. It's a family thing. It's not just me. It's me and my sister and my mom and all kind of crap. We went together on that.
That's what's up.
So basically, all I do is I'm being lazy, playing PlayStation, and every once in a while I go cut the grass and paint the walls and shit. And the last tenant, he stole the washing machine, the refrigerator, and the clothes washer. What the fuck was up with that?
Stole everything, huh?
He did, and I thought there was going to be like, yeah, insurance because renting out, you got to sign a lease and shit. They still didn't do shit. We got to buy everything brand new. We didn't get nothing back. He just took it, and they basically told us that's how it is. It's gone.
Wow.
The fuck? We're paying so much crap for insurance and all the fucking agreements and lawyer bullshit.
Wow.
That's what they told. How the fuck am I talking about? I'm sorry. I've been drinking and smoking. I didn't join to ramble and ruin the conversation. I joined to join the conversation.
That was
Hey, that's
It's
cool
just how
though.
I roll, bruh.
Hey, dealing with rent tenants and everything, like, you know, come on, I haven't done it yet. I do want to get into renting, but I've heard so many horror stories, like they done punched all the holes in
You
the
should.
wall.
The apartment you got right now, if you're all close to paying it down, move out, get a new one.
In America, they steal the copper
Rent it
pipes out the wall.
Wait, what?
In America, they steal the copper pipes out the wall. The plumbing, they take it out and then they go sell it.
Yep.
Because the copper?
The
Yep.
copper.
Copper?
Yeah.
Copper?
Yeah.
Copper?
Yeah, copper. Yeah.
Damn.
They
Wait,
do all kinds
where
of
do you
stuff.
live
here.
in America? America.
Midwest. We in the Midwest.
I don't know it like that. You gotta say like a area. I don't know Midwest. I don't know where that is.
Wisconsin.
That was what I was about to guess. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know you're about Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't know it like that, but I was just about to say like, what the fuck is that? Like Wisconsin? That's fucked up. I don't like. I'm not geographical.
Yeah, I don't know
So
much
I'm the
about
only one
Norway.
drunk in there, right?
What's in
Cheers,
Norway?
everyone.
What's all in? Is Nordic the Nordic people? That was the Vikings and stuff, wasn't it?
Hell yeah. Mother's from the west, my dad's from the north. I'm a Viking. And I don't have a long beard anymore. I just shaved the other day. I got the beard like you, but shorter.
Valhalla.
I just shaved my beard. I had the beard down to my belly button and I shaved it. I never felt so naked before. Have you tried to remove your beard? The feeling you get right after, even the dog is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, nobody remembers who you are.
Right? It's just wrong. I used to look like a wizard. Now I look like a fucking boy band.
So you need to start singing then. That's what's next.
I feel bear in my breathing pipe. I wish it worked like that. I just shaved my head and I look way too smooth. I look like a baby, but I still can't sing for shit.
So are you married yet or nah?
No, I'm recently single, and my whole life I've been in a long relationship, too long relationship. So right now I discovered the internet dating and shit. Fucking scary.
It's
So-
very scary.
So have you been?
It is.
Would you say throughout these relationships were you in love or were you?
Yeah, I was in love, but she cheated on me. That was the last one. And the one before that, she was awesome. She just stabbed me a little bit, so I didn't want to be with her either. Just a little bit, just a tip.
She just put the tip in.
No, she did shank me though, but just like it was a cut. It wasn't like a. See, I'm a romantic like that.
That's how you know she love you, when she stick you with a knife, ain't it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
she was Latin. It's what they do. You don't argue with Latin girls; they will fuck you up. They ain't no joke.
So let me
No.
ask. So the relationships that you were in, what did
They
it come
were
fast?
awesome because crazy bitches are awesome. But
Ask them did you tell them you wanted to be with them, and did it happen fast? Like how long did it take you to get into relationships? Did you get into them fast, or
how
was
long we were in the relationship, or how fast we got into the
How-
relationship?
it? Like, did you just meet them and get with them, or did you get to know them
No,
first?
that was the thing. As soon as I got single, there was somebody else there, and suddenly I wasn't in a relationship. I'm 40 years old, like a few months ago, and I'm still young and dumb. Like, if you show me your titties, I love you.
I think we can move.
Yeah, I ain't that dumb, but at the same time, you get what I'm saying, though. Like, it's
He
easy
said, "I
to
love you."
fucking catch me.
Oh man.
You show me the titties, I love you.
Yeah, but I know I'm dumb, but I keep on doing it again.
Hey, it is what it is.
It's
That's what you
awesome
like,
for a
that's
few
what you
years,
like.
and then you get stabbed a little bit, and it's just like, ah, shit. Ain't worth it.
That's what you like. That's what you like.
So on the internet, you've been internet dating. What have you come
No, I
across
just
here?
started that shit, and it turns out as long as you have an apartment, a job, you're really attractive. Like, what the fuck? I don't like that. So I stopped that. I deleted Tinder just as fast as I downloaded it. Like, that's not the girls you want. You don't want the bitch. You want the lady.
That's
Like,
right.
I'm 40 years old. I'm not into that shit. I don't want no fucking taller ass back. I don't want to get shanked. Damn. Too old for that shit.
So if you got anybody doing sticking, you gonna be sticking, ain't that right?
No. Like, I'm so paranoid. Like, now it's more like, oh shit. Ah, lady, you look hella cute. But at the same time, I'm also hella paranoid. You probably got a shotgun behind that couch. I ain't taking a little compliment from you.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill me.
And plus, in America, it's a lot of people who come up missing on they trying to internet date, and then they go on the dates and
Get kidnapped and shit.
No.
Trust him.
What? How you gonna go on a date and you turn out missing? That's on.
that's how it go, man.
Yeah.
That's on Bill Cosby shit right there.
It might be a Cosby.
I had to.
Bill Cosby.
Here's
What you
everyone,
know
by the
about
way.
Bill, man?
No. No.
America's grandpa, but don't accept a glass of water from that dude. He's gonna fuck you up. Yeah, that
Oh man, Cornbread Man said awesome.
That's up to you. So I'm going to join another time too with the camera on and proper. But right now, like I just said, it's really late over here.
Yeah.
With my blanket and shit.
Yeah, you all good.
Cheers, though. And sorry for ruining the conversation. I felt like I broke it.
No.
I meant to join to like jump in and not break
Nah,
it.
you good.
Everybody, look,
Make sure you like, subscribe too, okay?
everybody got their head on their head. hand on their head, right? Like
Yeah,
both you and the blue T-shirt in the middle. You're both like,
yeah.
oh shit, what the fuck is doing this chat?
As Simon says, if I put my hand on my head and you don't put yours up there, you gotta take another shot.
No,
Or whatever
I'm
you
already drinking. Don't worry about that. But I mean, it's like I just noticed that both of you and the girl, had her head on the head, just like,
Yeah.
fuck, what the hell is this crazy ass bastard?
Because the last one to do it gotta take a shot.
I got the same haircut as you, motherfucker. I'm shiny.
I got you, man.
Cheers. No, ladies
So,
downstairs.
Let me ask you.
Cheers.
Let me ask you a question from Sweden, man. You've been paying attention
Norway,
to American.
Norway.
I mean Norway.
Sweden.
You've been paying attention to American politics.
Of course. Bunch of dumbasses with your stupid ass suggestions for president.
Who do
What
you
the hell?
think? Who do you think? Who do you think would be a
Sleepy
better president?
Biden and none of them.
No,
You need a younger generation and somebody who's a little bit like in the pro. You don't need no sleepy Biden or crazy ass fucking Trump. You need a younger generation president. Somebody
you
who's
think-
like chill out. First, we sort
Kamala?
out our shit, like the fucking trenches and shit in the LA fucking tent and all that shit. We keep our shit and we save that shit, and then we can help our neighbors.
So do
That's
you
simple.
think Kamala would be a better president than Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
No, I think they're all stupid fucking choices. No, can I ask you this though? You do realize that John F.K., like the junior, he's up for president election too, but nobody talks about him. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to bring that up.
Yeah,
Oh,
nobody thought about him.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
PR campaign is
He
your
didn't get
ban,
nowhere.
your shadow ban. Nobody talks about you, motherfucker. JFK Jr. and your whole country is just like, shh, shut the fuck up. Like all the news is always Biden and everything else and shit. Nobody fucking brings him up. He's part of the game too. That's great.
Mhm.
Look what
That's
that
a
did
lot.
to his daddy.
It's a lot though. That's a good topic to use. That's a good topic to have though.
Yeah, I'm
Who
gonna
else
be
is
quiet.
running?
I'm going. I'm gonna get you in trouble.
Nah, because there are other people that are running though. Is it Dr. Claude Anderson? The
I
black
didn't
guy.
even hear about that.
The black guy that
What
was
do
a
you call
Republican.
it? Dr. Claude Anderson?
Yeah, it's a black candidate
The
running
black guy.
independent.
He's a Republican.
Of course, he got to
He's
be black.
part of-
I never heard about that candidate at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Of course
We don't know who all
That's
is running.
America.
Yeah, the black guy that's a Republican. He's smarter than everybody. He
He's
seems like he's
not
smarter
here.
than
This
Really?
guy I'm talking about is not a Republican.
For
though.
president, or was he running for?
President.
Really? I never even fucking heard about him.
Yeah,
That's fucked up.
the news ain't pushing that.
Yeah. And John F. Kennedy Jr. too. They just got shadow banned. Fucking selective ass news bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard about that dude you told me about right now. I never heard his name before now.
Yeah, I think it could be another name. I might be mixing them up, but there is somebody. There's a professor who's running for
Still didn't
president.
hear about him. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That ain't political campaign. They're all spending money to get in the public media and shit. But internationally, I never heard about him. I'm from Norway, so I'm way over here. But
Yeah.
damn.
So why? So being in
The only
Norway,
reason why I know JFK Jr. was a part of this shit is because Kill Tony, the stand-up comedian show. That's when I learned that, holy shit, he's up for president. On the news, they don't talk about no one.
so do y'all pay attention to U.S. politics a lot over there in
Yeah,
Norway?
of course you do. It's America. Coming to save the motherfucking world, yeah. We're all worried about you. You're crazy bastards. Like, how many wars have you been in? You ain't won one lately. You just been in lots of wars and then you bail out when you got what you want. You're bastards.
Well,
all the way from Kuwait to become more shit. You're like, stand up, fight, and then you leave them alone, and they get killed by the army when you leave. You're assholes like that.
so do you think?
All the translators and all the good people in Afghanistan, you left them behind. They got fucked
So
up.
Yeah.
they did get fucked up, but do you think
Yeah,
that
look at the Kuwait war too. You sold them out too.
Kuwait? I really had
America.
nothing. Me personally, I had nothing to do with that. But do
It's
you
still
think
your
that?
fault.
But do you think that America is
I'm white.
weaker? Do
Slavery
you think
is my fault,
America is
even
weaker
I'm
after Donald
American.
Trump, or
Wait, sorry, what?
do you think America has become weaker since Donald Trump, or was we already weak then? As far as
No, it's
your
still a strong
international,
ass country. You're a young country, but you're a strong country. But you sure need to pick a different goddamn president for the next generation. Like, you can't keep the old fucks running your country. They're full of sleep dirty speeches and shit. Can't do that. Like, I'm not talking about Sleepy Biden. I'm talking about the Carol, Sanders, or what the fuck his name is. The dude who just froze 4 times or something. Like, you can't keep on making your rulers of your country like 90-year plus. Can't do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be dead already. They're not fit to rule a country.
I think that brings a big question of why aren't young people
Right?
in
New
office more?
generations. I'm 40. I'm an old fart. I mean, people younger than me. Like, not
So you
too
want,
much younger, though, but like
but you know,
35
some
or
young
something.
people don't know nothing though. They ain't experienced a
No,
lot.
no, no. You
They
don't want
haven't
the
experienced a lot.
16-year-old ruling a country. But what I mean is, I'm thinking like 35 to 40. That's a good age.
Okay.
Then again, I'm 40 and I'm really selective, so I'm a dumbass too. But you don't pick somebody that's like 90 years old and they're already on the deathbed. Like, what the fuck?
No, you definitely don't pick somebody 90 or 80.
Yeah.
I think
Now you got
we
Trump
got to
and
come
Biden.
away from that
Like,
old
damn.
man thing. But
Leave grandpa alone. Cheers, though.
leave grandpa alone.
Right?
So
Like,
hey,
there's everything.
cornbread man, because you got to eat that motherfucking cornbread. You gotta make sure you
Did
like
you just
and
call
you
me a
gotta like and
cracker in a really polite way?
you said your thing said cornbread man. Ain't that your name?
Cornbread man.
Nah, that ain't you. I'm tripping.
Oh, the comment. I thought you meant me. My
Nah,
bad. My bad.
somebody else said that. Cornbread man, you gotta like and subscribe, man. And EPB, you gotta go and
My
like and
bad.
subscribe to the channel.
I already did. But damn,
He
I
said
thought
that
they
you
called
called
me
me
a cracker in the politest way ever.
in the most polite way.
It was. Cheers,
Nah,
though.
cornbread,
I ain't no cracker. You gotta
cornbread.
remember, I'm Norwegian. I ain't American. In
Nah,
America, the whites and blacks and shit, it's a problem. Everybody got the problem over there. Racism is real.
but
In Norway,
cornbread,
it's different.
cornbread is something that black people eat over here, man. So it
Yeah,
wouldn't
I
be.
know that. But what I'm saying is, in America, Mexicans, you hate on Mexicans. Everybody's racist in America. In Norway, it ain't.
I don't hate
Like, it's
nobody, bro.
frowned upon. Like, if you say the
We
N
all
word or
ain't racist
something, the
over here.
random
We all
grandma's
ain't
gonna
racist.
beat you up.
Nah, I don't hate nobody. I do dislike those who dislike my people, though.
I'm
That's
not
when
talking
you.
about you. I mean, like, in general. In America, racism is a problem. In Norway, it ain't.
Well,
It
in
really ain't.
Norway is not as diverse here. I mean, there, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. People from absolutely everywhere. But if you say the N word over here, grandma's gonna kick your ass randomly at the shopping mall. You don't say shit like that. In America, the cops are racist. That shit's scary.
Now that is the scary part. Now, I will agree
Yeah,
with you
and
there.
everybody shoots everybody for nothing. That's fucked up.
So
Awkward silence.
now I'm trying to think of how I can word this without you thinking that I'm racist or saying something
You
racist.
ain't racist. You're American.
But by definition, doesn't that make me some kind of way because the outside
No.
world feels a way about us.
You ain't saying that kill all the white men and kill all the Mexicans and shit. You ain't nothing like that. You're a normal dude with a brain. You're a person. That's how it is. You
So
talk to
what-
people, and people are people. Don't matter religion, country, color, town, or what the fuck your excuse is. You gotta stand by your opinions.
So in Norway,
Hmm?
I know you might have a lot of they call African Americans, but I'm talking about my people. I'm
Talking
trying to
about
stay
black
away from that.
Americans, or you're talking about
Yeah, let's
African?
say Black Americans. Are there a lot in Norway?
You know, Africans get angry if you call them a black, like African
I
American,
know,
right?
because they don't like us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
know
you gotta
that
be
part.
careful with that shit. That's like calling a Japanese a Chinese. It's
or
rules.
Mexican
Yeah,
or Puerto
exactly.
Rican or Puerto Rican and Mexican.
Yep,
So
same shit.
it's a lot of that. But as Norway, what do you identify as far as Norwegian? Are you
A
like
dude.
Caucasian?
A dude.
You're a dude. I'm a dude. He's a dude.
Yep.
She's a dude.
Dude, we're
Because
Like
we're
I
all
said, I
dudes.
don't care what color, nation, tan, or glasses, no glasses, hair, no hair, or nothing. I'm gonna punch you in the nose, just like equality. I don't care. I'm gonna beat everybody up equally.
All right. So do you date? Do you date normally only Norwegian women?
No,
No.
like my ex for
You said
7
you
years
said the
was
Latin
from
women
Peru.
stabbed you.
My
You did
other
say
ex was from England. Like
okay.
I never. It's I like Norwegians too.
But have you
Been in a
dated out?
relationship with them too.
Have you dated outside of like the Caucasian, like
Yeah, of course.
so you've
I
dated an
got a thing for
African or a
ladies
Black
with the
American?
tan. I don't like white bitches. That sounds bad, but like no, it's I want somebody with the tan because if you make a baby, they're gonna be cuter. White baby
No.
be ugly. No joke. My ex was from Peru. We lived together for like 7 years. After
Okay.
that, it was an English, and she's not a lady. She was a beach. For that girl. But
So
anyway, yeah. It don't matter where the fuck you're
do you
from or
have
what
kids?
religion. If you're beautiful, you're beautiful. If you ain't, you ain't.
Do you have kids?
Nope. I got a dog.
What's the dog's name?
Oscar.
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 Okay, Oscar.
Yep.
I got you.
He's a Ken Corso. He's
Okay.
a fat little big one.
Corso.
That's a pretty popular dog here in
dog.
America.
My dog is a pussy though. Don't get it wrong. He looks like a tank. He runs through the door. When he like gets scared and he runs through the door, if you're in his way, you're gonna get knocked the fuck off your feet. But he's a wimp. He reacts to sounds and shit. Like he looks like a tank, but he's a pussy.
Well, he hear you saying that now. You know that.
That's my baby though. I love him. He's my dog.
Could have been into
Is that your dog in your picture?
Oh, that's my old dog. That was Amora. She was trained. She can climb ladders. She was an attack dog. That's how
So we
fast.
got Helmet Boy coming in here.
My old dog is the dog on the picture. My new dog is a Ken Corso. It's a fat
And then
one.
we got Rock's ass. Helmet
Wait,
Boy.
what?
Helmet Boy has a picture up. I don't know
Rock's
about Rock's ass.
What
Rock's
the fuck
ass.
is it? Rock's ass?
Rock's ass. If you can't put it on the video, I can't add you up here.
I stole from.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the laugh. I'm sorry, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Holy
Hey,
shit.
he
What
gotta
the
go.
fuck?
oh yeah.
He gotta go.
Oh, yeah,
You okay there, buddy?
forever. Oh yeah.
That dude
Is
gotta
this
go.
supposed to be trolling or something? Because this desperate shit don't go far.
That
Don't
motherfucker
ban him.
gotta go.
Let him keep on doing that shit. Like what the fuck was that?
Kick his ass.
That was some weird ass shit. That's
Exactly. He wasn't even trolling. He's just joining to make himself look like a dumbass.
Hair of the dog said, "What's up, y'all? Y'all,
Wait, what?
There's all
Sorry.
kind of shit going on.
said, yo, shouts out to the Helmet Boy. Somebody said, shouts out to the Helmet Boy. Helmet Boy is saving the live stream.
Then we
Dang.
got 40
Helmet boy.
comments.
Ah, he's my son. We watch anime together.
What with the dude that just joined with the skeleton arm?
Rock,
Oh my
Rock,
gosh.
Yeah, he
Why
got
they-
to show
That's
his
your
skeleton
boy?
Rock ass said he just want to talk about dogs.
Oh my god. Well, sorry, baby. We ain't talking about that on our show. Truth be told, y'all can like and subscribe though.
Yeah,
Now-
Did you just say that was your kid?
You're
The
being hacked
joined
by
with the skeleton arm and shit? That's your baby boy?
It's a whole bunch of people trying to
You're
get
the
in
mama?
now, but
Yeah,
hey, Hammer
that's
Boy,
why
you
my
funny as hell. I like that, man, but we can't bring you back.
He
up
wasn't
here.
rude or nothing, but
He wasn't.
the one who just said that, did he just say that
Right,
that
we
was
can't
your
have
son?
people like him. He's fried, but I guess he kept the energy because they said they said
Did
that's
you
why
just say that was your baby boy?
somebody said they asked. Oh my god.
That's your kid right there? The dude who just joined?
Ghost fakes the rage. So it's a lot of
Did
things.
I
that-
hear that? I think I heard that wrong. You didn't say that was your kid.
They trolling y'all. Somebody
Yeah,
press on here.
somebody trolling like a mug.
I'm an asshole, but I'm always an asshole in my own name. Like, I can be rude and
What
shit,
the
but
hell?
I stand by my shit.
They
You
said
see
you
that
are
shit
being
outrageous.
backtraced by ghost politics.
The fuck is ghost politics?
He said, pull my skin back. Oh my god. Are we
I like your laugh.
are y'all okay?
That's what I said. I do too.
Somebody was a female naked. They spread their legs and shit. I'm like, damn.
Wait,
Wow,
what?
that's crazy.
Are
It
you
was a
talking
nigga
about in
female.
the
Yeah,
in the
they
guest?
it was backstage, but they cut the camera down.
Crazy.
Okay, so
That's the most American shit I heard all night. I like your dialect.
Uh-oh,
Where you from?
ZZ man.
I have another question. So do y'all
ZZ man called us the N-word.
look for red flags in
I'm sorry.
or a relationship? Do y'all look for red flags? Or do y'all
Of
just
course.
okay.
I've been in a few relationships, so if I see a red flag, I'm not even gonna talk to him.
This is funny how these motherfuckers, they are really on one. But that's okay though.
You got a wifey, so you don't need to look for red flags. You already fucked up. I'm trying to date and shit, so that shit's fucking scary. With all the apps and stuff.
Ghost is a known racist that DD hosts minorities on YouTube live streams. I'm tripping off everything that's crack-a-lacking.
That's right. Hello, I want to end on this.
They
Bigger.
trolling hard tonight, but it's okay. Truth be
This
told.
dude came in and said,
Period.
Man.
Black Helmet Man.
Yeah,
Black Helmet Man.
I call her, but she sounds so American. That's like America right there.
Let's have a party. Let us all in.
Some girls in America always sounds like they ask a question when they
I'm
speak.
serious. Is this a booty? Somebody putting a booty up?
Yeah.
It's funny that we about to get off here anyway because we done met the little 2-hour mark.
This one time at bank camp.
That's crazy. All these
But
motherfuckers.
No, but listen to when girls speak in American. In American.
This is
That's how it works.
This
But
is
listen
fake.
when they speak. Everything at the end of the sentence is always like upscale. You know when you go to the store, they make everything sound like a question. Oh,
Who the fuck is
I can't
Ghost?
explain. Hey, girl, lady, can you speak a little bit?
Lady T.
Can you say something? Anything?
You talking to me?
He said he like your laugh is what he said.
Hell yeah. I'm not being rude. She sounds cute as fuck. But what I mean is in American, every sentence when girls speak, they always end like this, like it goes up, bitch. Not bitch, pitch, pitch, pitch.
For real.
Yeah, you just did it right there. For real. Like everything ends with like, woo.
How about how your voice go up after the last word of the
Yeah,
sentence? you say?
that part.
For real.
You know, when my sister at the sunshine.
You silly. I like you though.
I like you too. You sound sexy. I'm not being a bitch. I'm just saying, like, in American, when girls speak, they always like end on a high pitch.
Um,
Again, pitch,
but I know what you're saying.
not the B word.
Yeah, pitch. We understand what you're talking about.
No, I'm drinking. I'll call the bitch a
Somebody
bitch, but
said-
you ain't the bitch. You's a lady.
Thank you.
Somebody
Aye.
said, "Are you drunk
I noticed it.
or just from the UK?" I'm trying to figure out why I can't understand you.
I speak a long time. I love you long time. No, I'm Norwegian. I ain't British. Don't call me English. That's like me calling you Canadian. It's rude as fuck.
Somebody
No,
said beer
Or
no arguing
Chinese
in the
and
chat.
Japanese. You can't
Somebody
call it
put it-
Japanese Chinese or Japanese.
This beer is
Somebody
arguing
put
in
it-
the chat.
Somebody put it in the chat. They
In the
asked,
live, Drake.
No, I know. I'm reading the comment. I'm reading the
Okay.
Drake,
comment,
go ahead and
and
in the
I'm
live.
answering.
I'm about to.
I don't feel it was rude or nothing. I'm just saying, like, that's like calling me Swedish. I'm Norwegian.
Truth be
They
told,
are.
We're
we out.
neighbors, but we're different.
Yeah.
They is saying stuff in the chat, but it's okay. We ain't listen.
Truth be
It's
told,
okay.
we out.
We gonna go
It
viral.
was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
Cheers,
Truth be
everyone.
told. Make
Hey,
sure
come
y'all
on
like
back
and
one day.
subscribe.
West side.
Hell yeah, well. But before you close it, hey, lady, where's your accent from? Where in America? What state?
Wisconsin.
No, not you. You ain't no lady.
You ain't
The
no
lady.
Milwaukee.
Wait, what?
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I like your accent. It's really thick.
Thank you.
Respect. And sorry for interrupting. I'm Norwegian. You're all